welcome to the Death Battle cast. We are the cast and crew of Death Battle. I'm Ben, I'm the voice of Wiz.
I'm Nick, and I'm Nick.
I'm Sam. Yeah, that's I'm Nick too. There you go.
Say
Gotcha.
what you do for the
He's
show.
never gonna do it. Hey, I'm Chad. I voice Boomstick. What's up?
Why is this so complicated every single week?
That's just
'Cause we can't
we're
start
both
now.
Nick.
You
Yeah.
just have to say, I'm Nick. I voice top 10s.
I'm Nick. I voice
Ta-da!
top 10.
I'm Sam. I write for Death Battle.
Who's that? Bye. No, we're starting the podcast right now. Thank you for joining us. I think you're wonderful and pretty.
Yeah, okay.
Got yourself with that
Can we
one, all right.
rewind? Can we rewind a live stream?
How about time? Time would be great.
Hey, broadcast, are there mulligans? Oh, look, we're starting over. We're starting over.
No.
Yeah, nice.
Brian. Hello, welcome out to the Death Battle cast. We are the cast and crew of Death Battle. I'm Ben, I voice Wiz.
I'm Salmon. Dang it! We gotta start it again.
Oh, I'm Nick. I do
Totally
the voice
need
of
to
top
start
10s.
it again.
I love Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Totally need
Brian's
to.
the best.
Hello, welcome out to the Death Battle cast. We are the cast and crew of Death Battle. I'm Ben, I'm the voice of Wiz. This is...
I'm Nick, and I do top 10s.
I'm Sam, and I write Death Battle.
I'm Chad. I voice Boomstick.
We did it. Hey, look at that.
Yes.
First time ever.
Only took like 112 episodes of this.
I just wasn't going to sit through that intro again. I didn't want to make the audience do
You know
that.
what? Brian knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
Power play.
Good TV.
Oh my God. Anyway, we do have a show to do. We're not just going to keep doing this. But thank you to our three sponsors for this week's episode. Squarespace, Quip, and Hims. It's crazy. Three companies want to sponsor us. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We'll have more about them to talk to you about later on in the
Squarespace
show.
Quip'ems.
Real quick, though, Ben. Gerardo literally was just like, make sure you guys silence your phones. And I gave him crap for it. Whose phone just went off?
That was me. I wasn't here when he said make sure to silence your
You were
phones.
sitting right there.
I don't think I was.
It was
I don't think I
moments
was.
before we went live with the show.
I know. I almost always silence it.
Weren't
It's
you the
just goes
one
quip.
that said, oh man, Gerardo's being snippy or whatever?
No, that was me.
No,
that was me. I was giving him a hard time.
I didn't hear it. My ears are garbage. These allergies are just wrecking me
Did
completely.
you see how many excuses he's just pulling out? I wasn't here.
I got
I'm
mad
old and my ears suck.
I got mad
Allergies.
excuses. That's what I do. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I can't see. I got these glasses.
I have arthritis in my thumb.
These glasses remove my vision.
They do.
Okay, well, we got a ton of stuff to talk about on this week's episode because lots of cool news has come out, as well as the season finale for Death Battle is coming very soon.
Yeah.
Thanos versus Darkseid. Appropriate timing too with the Avengers trailer dropping. Like,
Yeah. We might. Be
This
talking
is
about
not.
that later.
I don't know why we didn't even think about that. Like, oh, of
No.
course, the Avengers trailer is going to drop after we announce Thanos, and we show the week that we show the Thanos preview for Death Battle is the week that the Avengers 4 trailer drops.
great.
Of
Talk about
course it
search
happens
engine
that way.
optimization.
Yeah, well, it's great because we planned this to be our season finale at the end of last year. We knew that this would be this year's season finale. And it was great, too, because all throughout the year, there's so many comments. We're like, just do Thanos versus Darkseid already. And I was like, ah. And then when the 100th episode, a bunch of people were like, it's got to be Thanos versus Darkseid. And some people were mad at us for doing Mario versus Sonic again, and they're like, we could have had Thanos versus Darkseid. And I was like,
Now we'll never have it.
I know, I've just been waiting for this moment. Be like, here it is.
Yeah, because that was a celebration of Death Battle's 8-year, which I believe as of yesterday, as of recording this, we are 8 years old.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
I almost said 100
We're all
years.
8-year-olds.
Yep, we're all 8-year-olds. So we're getting into what, second grade? Whatever that is. I don't remember.
I would
Third
not
grade,
know.
maybe? I don't know.
Anyway.
Third.
Yeah, but we were super excited for the season finale, and the Death Battle curse continues to, I guess, help us in a way.
The Death Battle blessing.
Yeah, I guess it is the Death Battle blessing, not a curse just
Sometimes.
yet. I mean, who knows? Eventually, you're gonna get to. I mean, Goku's a good example where the curse was bad because we were like, we got this, the final answer for Goku versus Superman. Oh, Super Saiyan God, surprise.
Sweet.
If they ever announce like another really big Dragon Ball like series or like crazy movie beyond just the Broly one, then there's a good chance that we're probably working on something Goku related at that time. So
Maybe.
Discover this weird prophetic
Deductive.
power.
But we would have had to
Logic,
announce
yeah.
it already. Because it happens after we announce.
Yeah.
yeah,
We
I guess
announce
it's
a
true.
thing.
We've
you have
we've
no idea
already
something else is coming up, and then bam, there it is. So
We really gotta
in order
test
to
it
make
with-
Half-Life 3, we have to get.
Oh,
Gordon
fuck. I
Freeman
wonder
to
if
do it.
that'll work. That's worth it.
Gordon
It's so
Freeman?
worth it. That's gonna be like, wow, I can't remember what number. What's 104 is the next, like episode 1 of next season. 104.
Oh, yeah.
I'm right there. I'll write it tomorrow. Like I want Half-Life 3. Like that's
The internet won't know. We could just announce it. We don't have to actually do it. We could just put out, be like, and the next time on Death Battle.
well,
it's
the way it
Gordon
works
Freeman.
is it has to be announced and lots of hours of hard research and
have to already
you
have
know,
been done.
math equations and science.
Yeah.
has
Yeah,
to have
if
been
we
done.
start trying to like game the system,
Game the
who
system.
knows what's gonna happen? Like
Or as Noel calls it, game the system.
game the system. Yeah, let us know who you
like
think
game
should
the
fight
system.
Gordon Freeman in a Death Battle. Use hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter, and maybe we can make Half-Life 3 happen.
Dude,
our
that would be.
curse.
I mark this moment. If we ever do Gordon Freeman, and then after that, it happens.
Like the week,
Yes.
or whatever, that 3-week span.
Yep.
That'd be ridiculous. At that point, I would just say confirmed. Somehow psychic, or there's some kind of magic curse falling.
Demon sorcery, something like that. yeah.
Somebody here made a pact with some ancient spirit, and something crazy is going down.
It was me. Oh no, it's Nick.
Clearly.
Of course, it
We all know Nick and his dealings with Satan.
Hail evil.
or
Clearly.
Hail evil.
out of context, it's so
still-
stupid. But
Whatever.
We've explained
Yeah.
that story before, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
99% sure.
yep. Anyway,
There's not much of a story to it, so we're not going to repeat it now.
okay. Now everybody's just curious.
What?
That's too bad for them.
What should we do next, Ben?
We should talk about
What's that face?
Thanos versus Darkseid. We already talked about it. So, but I did want to mention, like last week, we talked a little bit about how Thanos will be bringing the Infinity Gauntlet into the
Yeah.
Death Battle, and it got a lot of strong reactions because the Infinity Gauntlet is obviously like one of the most powerful things ever invented in fiction, and giving him something so powerful seems like it will have a major effect in the battle, of course. And yes, it does. And so a couple of questions, the two main questions that I want to address is some people were asking, like, well, should he really have the Infinity Gauntlet if, like, is it considered his? Because generally speaking, we try to give characters their arsenals. Like, what is their normal arsenal? What do they bring into fights? And Thanos doesn't always have the Infinity Gauntlet.
Right.
In fact, a lot of other characters are using the Infinity Gauntlet. The reason why Thanos has it in this battle is because, A, he made it. The Infinity Gauntlet in the comics is literally just his glove, and he just like changed it so he could put the Infinity Stones in it. Those things.
That was like, he made the Infinity Gauntlet to put in the. What are those damn stones called?
What are those infini
The
infini
infamy stone.
infant stones? Those
He
those
got a
ones.
bedazzler and was just like,
He's just glints.
Yeah, so he made the gauntlet, and also out of everybody who's ever put together the gems and used the Infinity Gauntlet, he is by far the one who has done it the most times.
And on top of that, if we didn't use it,
Everybody would ask.
everyone would then go.
Why?
Regardless,
What is
would he win with it? Would he win with it? It's always like we try and answer as many questions as possible.
That's the Super Saiyan 4 syndrome kind of thing. Back when we did Goku vs Superman, and Super wasn't out yet. So Super Saiyan 4 was technically his most powerful form. So the thought was, well, if we don't include it and he loses, then the question is, well, would he have won with it? So we have to include it. But Darkseid is not necessarily just gonna be destroyed instantly by the Infinity Gauntlet because he's got a bunch of fucking cool shit too, including the anti-life equation, which we are giving him. So we are giving them everything.
How do you wield a math
Everything.
equation?
It's
a whole
say
thing.
it.
Oh.
You literally say it.
it's like magic.
1 + 1 is 3.
No!
It's basically what
Yeah.
it is. It's like darkness equals sadness equals pain minus
It's-
this plus this. You say the whole thing, and then it turns you into a slave for Darkseid. But you got to say the whole thing. So
Or it can also unmake you, right?
that's the Omega effect.
That's what it was.
Yeah, he's got. Both of them have crazy powers outside of the normal Infinity Gauntlet and anti-life equation. So
Is it good
it
enough
is
to
a ridiculous episode overall.
Is it good enough to just think the equation? Who's listening if you say it out loud?
Maybe. I mean, we'll find out in the actual
What if
episode.
you said it in Arabic? Would it still work?
Well, yeah, or
Swahili?
against like a deaf opponent. Like, if they couldn't hear you saying it, they wouldn't know the equation. How does it affect them?
It's not like you hear it and then you die. It's more that like you figure
Well,
out.
then why do you have to say it out loud?
Who's listening?
To unlock
That's what I'm
the
getting at.
universe.
Lock the universe. The anti-life equation
It's really dumb.
fucking weird.
It's really dumb.
Like, it is one of the strangest tools because it's not even a power. It's something that you have to acquire.
Yeah.
And it is built within the minds. Like the guy who made it or originally had it is dead, and the remnants of it are in human brains. So that's why Darkseid is obsessed with invading Earth. It's because he's got to find the humans who have the remnants of the anti-life equation in it, extract it, and put it all together.
Well, what was the?
It's weird.
What was the thing with the wall at like the edge of the universe? That the anti-life
Source
equation.
wall.
The source wall. Yeah.
Because
yeah,
the anti-life is also, it's not just a mathematical equation, it's also an entity
Right.
that is a part of the source wall.
Right.
We're gonna get into that in the actual episode because it'll take like a whole Death Metal cast to explain this shit. It's crazy.
I can explain it.
Oh?
Comic book writers were just making stuff up as they went for years and years.
And now we have to justify it with real world
Yep.
Yeah,
things.
that's actually a big thing with Darkseid because unlike most of the characters in DC Comics, he survived the crisis.
Crisis,
of
yep.
Infinite Earths. And unlike characters who did that, like Barry Allen, he wasn't trapped in the Speed Force for the majority of post-crisis years. So he's got everything in DC history to work with. It's nuts. There's so much to work with. But please stay tuned for the Death Battle coming up in 2 weeks, and we will have a lot more to talk about on next week's Death Battle cast. Wait, no, we're not actually having a Death Battle cast next week. On the 21st, we will have a Death Battle cast because that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are taking the 14th off and the 28th off, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because holidays and whatnot. So we will have a big.
We won't be here because holidays
Christmas
and
or whatever.
whatnot.
The things that happen in December, whatever. Some people like them, some people. First membership viewing for the last Death Battle cast of 2018, and we will be discussing everything about Thanos versus Darkseid. It's going to be real good.
It's gonna be
It's going to be real good.
I'm
season
glad,
finale. Real good. All right, so we've got a ton of stuff to talk about with Avengers and a certain game that came out. But before we do that, I want to talk about Squarespace, one of our amazing sponsors. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. You've seen Squarespace before, and it's likely you've been to dozens or even hundreds of websites that use Squarespace. It is the platform to build an impactful online presence and run your business. Whether you're pursuing, whatever you're pursuing, you can start it quickly and easily to get your own website from Squarespace's all-in-one tool set and their award-winning 24/7 customer support. Award-winning customer support. Like, how often do you do that and easily manage your products, orders, and inventory? So, check out squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to officially launch your website, you can go to squarespace.com/deathbattlecast to save 10% on your first purchase. That's squarespace.com/DEATHBATTLECAST. I mean, you can just read down there. just type that in.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Squarespace. We really appreciate it.
Squarespace is
definitely worth checking out.
Squarespace is one of our oldest sponsors for just Screw Attack content. They've been around forever. They've
go
supported
way
the show.
back.
Seriously, if you have an idea or even just want to like go check out the trial and mess around and maybe get inspired, it helps us a lot if you follow that link. So like, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Make a thing.
Yeah. All right. Let's find out what's going on.
There's a lot going on.
Every time it's He-Man orgasming. It's never gonna.
Oh, people are smashing. Is that what's happening?
Oh yeah, a certain
kids-
game came out.
kids are
and
smashing?
Kids are smashing it up. Everybody's getting worried about all
On
the
their-
stuff
Breaking
that's
news! Children are smashing everywhere.
They've got really big Game Boys.
They also are
game
playing the
team.
new video game that came out called Super Smash Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Separately from that.
That's what we were talking about.
Did you get smashed? Sam?
Oh.
No.
You're the only
That's what you're
one.
going to.
We used to play.
I might. I don't know. It's just like I don't know how much time I have right now to like dive deep in a game like that. you
It's
know?
really good.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun. Oh, this
I don't
is
doubt it's really
today.
good. It's just like how much time do I have?
Look,
to
there's
be
us.
playing it right now.
You can charge a Smash for like 1,000
Yeah.
years.
So fun just to charge it and hold it, and everybody expects you to release because everybody's used to Smash 4 right now, but it just keeps holding
And
on.
as a DDD main who has a very intimidating Smash attack, it only becomes even more intimidating because it's like, oh god, he's charging. Maybe I wait it out. Oh wait, he's still charging. Is it even more? Like you know. Like,
Well, he can only charge it for this long. Oh no, he's still going. Oh no. I'm
But
having.
have you even unlocked DDD yet?
no, because I started playing it at midnight last night. And then I looked up immediately the fastest way to unlock characters, which you can go through the story mode, but that's pretty slow. So the fastest way that I found is you go into Smash, you set your computer pretty low, and apparently it's the verdict's still out, but apparently it seems to be unlocking challengers based on button inputs. So what I was doing was I was setting it to like 3 stock, easy computer, and then I grabbed Fox, and then just played like spammy Fox 9000. Like, I mean, constant jumping down airs and like just and just going like crazy in the match. So then I get a challenger and fight him. And then there's a cooldown timer before another challenger can challenge you, which is like 10 minutes. Or after you've unlocked your previous challenger, you then hit the home button, close the software, relaunch it, and it gets rid of that cooldown timer. So I was just like machining that out for a bit, and then I was
So
like,
we were all doing that then.
yes.
All of us did that to some extent.
I got to probably 40, I think it was like 49 characters unlocked before I was on the stream with the No just now, and I unlocked maybe 10-ish more. So I'm getting
What
close.
was the last character that you've unlocked? I got a list off IGN.
Honestly, I can't remember because the computers are like shockingly good.
Dude,
And they get more and more difficult the more you unlock.
I was doing fine, and then like I was beating the challengers, and then Pit just like beat my ass. It's probably because I don't play Fox, but
Yeah.
you know that had probably helped a bit.
I just wanted to unlock my frog. I just wanted to.
I just want my penguin.
I got the penguin. I'll give you the penguin.
I would
I'll give
love
you the
it.
frog.
So yeah, you guys.
DDD is
the
30th.
3 of us were doing the.
Ninja's like 60th or something like
sorry.
that.
The 3 of us, yeah, we're doing the versus match unlock thing, and if you do that, there is a specified list order of characters that unlock each time. You start with Ness, then Zelda, and so on. Yeah, and DDD and Greninja are way down at the bottom of the list, so it takes a while. However, there is a faster way to unlock
Faster way to
certain
unlock
characters.
certain characters.
Okay.
There are multiple ways to unlock each character.
Multiple ways to unlock each character.
Again, classic mode, like most Smash Brothers games, you can unlock characters through classic mode. In this case, it's these weird like trees where you play through classic mode as a character, you unlock a certain character, then you play through as that character and you unlock a certain character. So in order to unlock DDD,
Okay.
you have to play classic mode as Donkey Kong twice.
Okay.
The first time you will unlock Bowser, and then the second time as DDD, you unlock
Wait.
DDD. According to
Wait,
IGN,
DK twice or
DK
DK then Bowser?
DK twice.
Okay.
If you play with Bowser, you unlock Pokemon Trainer. But DK twice unlocks King DDD. For Greninja,
I have all those characters except Greninja in that
for
pack.
Greninja, you
Okay.
do DK twice, then
need to do
DDD, then Sheik.
I just got Sheik. Sheik is one of the characters I got last.
So you
So
just
can
play
you-
through classic mode with Sheik, and you should get Greninja.
All right, sweet. I'll do that.
Nice.
I'm gonna do that.
Unless IGN is just lying, then I blame Destin.
Yeah.
Yep. If there's ever a problem, you can just blame Destin. Destin Legary. You can find him on Twitter.
At
What's
Destin
his-
Legary.
Yeah, is it at Destin? Yep.
Legarie.
Yep, there you go. Feel free to tweet
Blake.
him with any disappointment you have with IGN.
DESTINLEGARIE.
Yep.
It's not Dustin.
It is Destin, as
Not
in
Dustin.
Destiny.
Tweet him at Destin Legary and then call him Dustin. He loves that.
He really wishes his name was Dustin.
Though I will say this, if for someone who got into Destiny like really hardcore,
Oh yeah, his name worked out. Yeah.
yeah, it really paid off.
Yeah.
Like, because he was doing all the Destiny content for IGN, and his name is Destin, so like,
It was destiny.
It was destined to happen.
every
Yeah,
time
there you
when
go.
Destiny
Same
1 and
thing,
2 came
yeah.
out, he was Destiny Legary on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the pop artist.
Also named
Destiny's Child.
Legary.
No, Destiny's Child. That's
Yeah.
Destiny Legary. Oh, my favorite pop artist.
We were going to talk about Smash.
Destiny's
Instead, we're just
had
going to
a
talk about our
connection in
longtime former
Destin's
coworker.
Yeah.
I wonder what Destin thinks of Smash Brothers.
Let's keep talking about Destin on this
Yeah.
podcast.
I
But
haven't really got. I just like I don't know. It feels like if I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna have to play the shit out of it and get real good. Like, I don't want to be bad at a video game. Like, that's kind of unacceptable.
Everybody
Yeah, it's 'cause-
says that though, and then they finally jump into a group with us.
Yeah.
They think we're good, but in actuality we're terrible
Well-
because they always win.
Well, I mean,
That happened today with Miles.
well, here's
After I think you hopped off the stream.
Oh, then he jumped on?
Yeah, he jumped on. He's like, I'm so bad, and then he won.
He
well,
might have
it's
been
not like
sandbagging
you weren't
you,
1v1ing.
though.
And there's a difference between like 1v1ing and
sure,
playing in a
but-
group setting, because then it's just chaos and fun. But like, I remember the moment, because like a lot of you guys know, most of us are pretty big into fighting games. Smash was always the one that I never like we would play. Like Sam and I would play at his house all the time, and it was like that casual, fun like party game. Like a bunch of people are over, let's fire up some Smash. Nobody like really knows what we're doing. We can kind of play, but like whatever, we're having fun.
It's just hilarious.
And then I started playing, like Nick decided one day to get real good, and Ben, and then Gerardo started getting in on it, and I was just like, fine, I'll put in the time and I'll learn how to play Smash well. It's because it started too because we went to Apex. We were doing the Nintendo casual stream.
It was like basically a stream that introduces the competitive aspect of gaming to people who have no idea what they're.
Which was so much fun, by the way.
I
Like I
loved
loved
doing that.
hosting that stream.
Yes,
and,
I do more of that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and so when we were out there, you know, I was talking about like, yeah, I mean, they play a lot, and like I'm trying to think about it. I was like, but I really like DDD. And they were like, oh, and they just started like just giving me information. Like I'm getting like the pro download on like how to play DDD, and I was just
It was like
all right.
Korean DJ. He was with us. I can't remember if he was the one giving you pointers, but it was like Pierce 7D, I think was there. A couple other people who, if you follow Smash Brothers, you've probably heard their names before.
Yeah. And so it was great. And then from there, I was like, all right, I'm gonna learn. And then it just clicked with me. Once I like really learned, like the key to being a good DDD is like understanding how his Gordos work and how to like set them up effectively. And so like once I started getting into that, I was like, all right, cool. And then I learned how to play, and it was a lot of fun. And it's just really fun being a DDD main because there's very few of us.
Did you know?
He's just silly to watch, too.
I know.
Like, he's one of the best characters to watch just because he does silly shit.
And that's why I love
and
him.
it's badass, too.
Because I always have fun. Even if I lose,
Yeah.
like, it's just a silly fun time.
He also has the most hilarious expressions.
Oh,
Like,
God.
In Ultimate, if you hold down, so he's like laying like this. In Smash Wii U, he was like, now in this one he's like,
yeah,
They
he's got the
give-
bedroom eyes.
Yeah, those sexy bedroom eyes. Like,
So-
and you want to infuriate somebody. Just literally.
and stuff like that. But DDD
a second.
with that down, holding down.
Yeah,
thing,
he can always
He's
taunt.
the only one with a taunt.
And don't forget, DDD has two
Seems
taunts.
OP.
Two taunts that aren't actually a taunt. There's holding down, and there's also the DD dance. And that is where you just very lightly, just wiggle the analog stick left and right, left and right, left and right. He doesn't actually move.
Oh, yeah,
Instead,
he
he
just,
just like
like, spins
rotates
around in
and
a circle,
spins.
yeah.
Also infuriates people online. It's really fun.
Is there like a tier list yet, or is it?
Oh, no.
No.
Ti-
Take a while for
There's so many characters.
There's only like educated guesses. Like right now, people are
Fucking
saying
Isabella.
Pikachu's really good. Olimar, I'm hearing good things about. The Belmonts seem really strong. But it's all
Incineroar
hearsay.
taunts after every single move. Has that been removed?
No, probably not.
Oh, that's right. He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do move and then don't push anything, and he'll
Dude.
like do that or something
Dude,
like that.
that fishing rod is so broken.
Oh, for Isabel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or was
so
it just
fun.
on the?
Isabel's
love it.
fishing rod is so good. It's insane.
Dude, I saw somebody do Isabel's down B where she plants the gyroid rocket.
And then fishing line.
Oh, no, somebody gets caught in it and then she just like double jumps, does the fishing line and does an up throw. If it doesn't kill
Oh, because he
him,
brings them up and then you throw them up higher.
if it doesn't kill him, it does like 40 damage for no reason. It's like the best thing. It's like all really gentle looking hits too, but then you look at your percent and you're like, how'd that happen? When did that get there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really fun so far. I already like it a lot more than Smash 4. Smash 4 was good. Like,
yeah,
it
very
wasn't
fast.
bad by any means.
Yeah.
But this is what
I'm
Smash
really-
4 was.
I'm really hoping, and like, don't get really mad at me because I know how beloved Melee is to people, and like, I love watching Melee competitively.
Yes.
It's so much faster than Smash 4, and I'm really hoping that will be enough to bring like the main competitive crowd over to this.
It depends how the metagame grows, I think.
Yeah.
It's like if people can figure out how to make it feel, because Melee works so well because it's also an amazing spectator sport.
Yes.
Right.
Like Smash 4 and Smash Brawl are fun to play. They can get kind of tedious to watch,
Brawl was really tedious. Smash 4,
depending on the
wasn't-
characters.
it
Watching a Rosalina play, it's
yeah, it's awful.
oh yeah.
So if that's one of the reasons why.
If Spaceys are really good in this one, it'll be fun to watch.
There are
what he's saying,
so
'cause
many
fast characters.
So there are so many variables to this. The meta could develop in a way where it just, because there's so many characters, it's determined that the slow ones who are defensive turn out to be the best overall. Who knows? But they could also patch that so they change it, because it does seem to me that Nintendo is trying to get in. They're basically trying to overturn Melee in a way.
Yeah.
They're trying to replace this in some way as a competitive thing.
I think it's worth noting that when you say speed, it's not. What's important isn't so much like how fast the characters literally move. It's like how fast do stocks get depleted. Because the way things are right now, people are thinking, okay, this is probably going to be a 3-stock game. Melee was 4 stocks. Smash Wii U was only 2 stocks because it took so long to kill people because all the recoveries were good. Recoveries aren't as good in this one. Like the magnet hands thing isn't as strong as it was in the last game. But also, like, you can rack up damage really good.
Well,
there's all kinds of Twitter combos I've seen that, granted, it's Twitter combos, so it's just people dinking around in training mode and not in a real match, at least not yet. But, like, I've seen combos where, like, Toon Link racks up 80 damage or something like that.
Really?
Or it was a Young Link, not Toon Link. Ice Climbers had some really dirty stuff.
Yeah.
There's even 0 to deaths. Like, Ice Climbers had this really cool combo off of just a grab that like spiked Mario off the side by the time it was done.
Nice.
Things like that.
Well, one thing they did to make it more of a spectator sport that I noticed immediately, because it weirded me out at first, is that the velocity, it used to be like, if somebody's booking it after you smash them, like, they keep that velocity and there they go, right? But in this one, it always starts with like a faster velocity and then they kind of stall out.
People have
And
said
so-
it's like hitting a balloon. Like
Yeah,
flying a-
exactly.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed is if you do a full jump, there's like hardly any frames between you jumping and you reaching the peak.
Yeah.
It's like a
You're up there.
teleport button.
Yeah, pretty much. If you do a short hop, there's the frames, but if you do
Right.
the whole thing, you're just up there. It's
But
fast.
yeah, but because of that, like, even so, like now when you do Smash, and even though they're lower percent, it still feels like way more hype.
Yeah.
Because they're like,
Yeah.
you feel like you nailed them, and they're zooming. It's fun to watch. You're like, oh, like every time you don't know, like, oh, are they gonna get knocked out? Oh, they made it. You know, like they did a good job making it more spectator.
You talk about the spectacle of this game. Like, that's one of the best aesthetic things about this, in my opinion. Like, when you're talking about the beginning of a match, there's, you know, the low percent stuff, just the sound effects. They sound so, like, crunchy and good.
Yeah.
This is the best sound design Smash has ever had.
I think so.
By far.
Yeah, like, everything sounds really, really impactful.
Sanders' delivery for Mega Man though still cracks me up.
Then,
Mega Man.
yeah.
Bayonetta!
But then,
Alexander.
but then,
We do. Xander's voiced a lot of characters for Death Battle. He's a great dude.
But then when you knock off stocks and stuff, there's a big overlay that shows like 2v1 or something like that, like how many stocks each player has remaining. I think it's only in 1v1 games.
It's 1v1.
But then when it's like down to last stock, last hit, if you land a blow that's probably gonna kill, the camera zooms in,
I
it goes
know.
into slow motion, there's like crazy lightning everywhere. It's like the most satisfying sound effect
Kind
you've
of
ever
like
heard in your
Tekken
life.
7.
Yeah.
Yes.
How it
Kind
has
of
that,
like that, but
I
like
think, right?
Yeah.
almost even elevated beyond that, I'd say.
Yeah.
Just
That's
like
dope.
for the impact. Because Tekken
Yeah.
7, it goes into slow motion when the last hit might connect.
Yeah.
There is still a possibility that it could be dodged. It's just like a really close call.
Yeah.
This one, it's like, you're probably dead.
But every now and then, like, it's like very specific. Like, say you're like far on the stage, you get this hit that's probably gonna kill, but it's going all the way the opposite direction, and maybe they DI'd perfectly and they won't. They won't get out. And then so like you have this moment where you're like, yeah, what? Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's
So, I'd love to hear
We can talk
what,
about Smash
what you
forever.
guys, I'd love to hear what you guys think about the new Smash using hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter. We could talk about this game for fucking ever, and we'll likely talk about it
Some more.
more after the show. We'll probably play it like all night. You know,
Go to my
oh, that's what we
Twitter.
should do for sudden death. Do we have it? You can go get it from the note, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we just play it.
Yeah.
Go to my Twitter and look at one of my most recent tweets. I have my friend code there. Add me.
I do wanna
play sometime.
end this by asking if there's any new characters or just revamped characters, or just a character that you've never mained before that you are thinking of maining now. In
Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers for me, possibly Inkling.
Even though Ice Climbers have been nerfed, they can't do the chain grab anymore.
No wobbles.
Yeah, there's no wobbling. Their combos, at least the ones that I've seen, they just look so cool. And that's how I pick my characters in fighting games, is who's got the coolest looking gameplay. So Ice Climbers are kind of up there for me right now. And I want to unlock my Greninja really bad.
I'm just gonna say right now, like I will forever be a DDD man. Just like,
Sure.
I've made
You're
that
Penguin
commitment.
Mortal.
It's my life now. But
You know what I'm gonna main? Quip toothbrushes, because they are the best brushes, and you have to brush your teeth. Did you see this seamless ad transition I just did, everybody?
I witnessed it.
You interrupted.
Yes.
He did. I didn't get to finish my
Fantastic.
statement, and
We all
neither
know
did Ben,
something-
but
something
that's fine.
penguin.
Well,
It's
forever
not
be
as
a mystery
important.
who I'm going to name.
Yeah, it's not as important as how white
As
and
dental hygiene.
wonderful your teeth can be with Quip toothbrushes. Let me
All
tell
right.
you about these bad boys. They sent it to us, and like we talked about, I think it was the week before last, these are like the unofficial toothbrushes of the Starship Enterprise. Like, they click on your window, or they're amazing. Like,
They are.
I don't know. They're just crazy good. They're sleek. They have an ultra-sensitive sonic little rrrr, so it doesn't mess up your gums, which is great for me. As like, I mean, I'm not a strong man. I don't got strong gum game, you know. So I need a good toothbrush for this. And they like we've talked to this a million times. Chad and I hate going to the store.
Yep.
With Quip, you don't have to do that. They just send you recharges. These little things, they come in like boop. You get a new brush head and a new battery. No bulky chargers or any of that jazz. Don't worry about the bulky charger. Throw it out. It's gone. Every 3 months you get a little boop. You're done. Perfect. Don't take my word for it.
Dun-dun-dun.
There's over 20,000 dental professionals that agree that these Quip toothbrushes are simply amazing. Just simply amazing. Don't laugh at me, Chad. I'm talking about brushes here. This is serious business.
I love your ad delivery.
Plus, if you sign up now with this code you're seeing right here, you can get replacement brushes sent straight to your door for just $5. Are you kidding me? You ever had a giant electric toothbrush? Replacement's like $30. No more of that life. You're done with that life. $5 straight to your door. This code right here, getquip.com/cast. Get your first refill pack for free, too. Can't beat that. Getquip.com/cast.
Beautiful.
Toothbrushes.
The one that cracked me up was just Sam. He just spikes the lens. He's just like, simply amazing. Like,
They are. They're dope as hell. Like, I've had people.
loving my tooth-
I've had people actually come over.
It's a weird sentence
And
to say,
then,
but it's true.
like, of course, guests use your restroom, and they're like, "What is that toothbrush you got? Why is it on your mirror? Like, what world do you live in?" And I'm like, "A better one." With Quip, get that toothbrush.
better one. So what else is going on,
It's true.
Ben?
Also, Richter. Putting that out there. Anyway,
Oh yeah, I want to play. If I'm gonna start playing, I want to play the Belmonts too. They look cool, just because they got whips and shit.
dude, now you want to be
See,
involved in the
that's,
conversation.
that's where I was going. I was about to say,
I know, but like, if
All
I'm
right,
gonna
let's talk about
play
Avengers.
Belmont.
Simon's down tilt. Simon's and Richard's down tilt is so fucking cool.
So the Avengers trailer literally just dropped a couple hours ago as we're
Yes.
filming this on Friday.
I was in meeting.
It's crazy to me that this happened because they just released a Captain Marvel trailer a couple days ago. And
Yeah.
like, I was not expecting the Avengers trailer to drop until like Captain Marvel itself, because it feels weird to really push for a movie that you know everybody's gonna go see when you're trying to push for a movie that you're also releasing that you're not sure if everybody's gonna go see. So I got thoughts and stuff about that, but have you guys seen the Avengers trailer?
Yeah,
No, I
somebody
have it
in somebody
3
in
times.
broadcast is like really.
I think it's Christian. Is it
Yeah.
Christian?
Oh,
Yep, he's already
okay,
gone.
so like, you know, what's the big thing that people are gonna be mad about? Ant-Man's back. Like,
This is a trailer that Gerardo's walking around here somewhere, I'm sure, and he's very afraid of spoilers. You said you saw it?
yeah, he.
Okay. Well, this one doesn't spoil anything.
It does
really.
spoil one thing.
Who-
Nebula doesn't take Tony back.
Wait, what?
Nebula doesn't take Tony back to Earth. At the end of Avengers, Tony and Nebula are alone on Titan. So,
And Ronan's exactly who Ronan is.
yeah, he's back and he's Ronan.
Yeah.
Hawkeye is Ronan now. But like,
Oh, I was thinking Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy for some. I forgot that Hawkeye was.
Yeah.
there's Ronan
Yeah.
and Ronin.
Yeah.
Ronan is going to be in
this.
Captain Marvel, and then just like a month later, Ronin is going to be in Avengers.
That won't confuse anyone.
I don't know. I doubt he's going to go by.
Dude, are they doing the
Yeah,
gladiator
just like how
scene?
Captain America didn't go by Nomad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were doing the gladiator scene where he's walking through the Elysian fields. Like,
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that is pretty much that scene. Yeah,
that was that shot.
Wow.
He's petting his alien flowers.
Yeah, he's got his hand
the
dragging
exact
through.
same shot.
And then he goes, and then Gamora's hung from the thing, and he goes up, and he's just getting a lot of snot on her feet, and it's really sad.
Oh no.
Love Gladiator. God, it's a good movie.
It's Ronin, played by Hawkeye.
Presumably his family's got disintegrated in front of his eyes, and he's like, fuck this, I'm gonna go kill some people.
I'm gonna go be a sad ninja.
It's just exactly what happened to Russell Crowe in Gladiator.
Oh, so he's the gladiator
Yes.
now. Okay, cool. So this is just a remake, right? of Gladiator?
Everyone
Yeah.
in this movie is the gladiator.
Just what happens as a giant purple man walking around.
Are you not entertained? It's just like.
Well, you heard it here first. Avengers 4 should be named Gladiator. Instead, it's called Endgame.
I was supposed to say you got the name wrong. You were really banking.
Endgame was the thing everybody predicted because Strange says we're in the end game in the movie, and everybody's like, that's what the name is going to be. But they said, I think it was the Russo brothers, somebody at Warner Brothers said that
Brothers?
they or DC, I don't know.
DC?
Not DC.
Somebody at Marvel. Somebody
There
at
we are.
Marvel
That's the
said
company.
that they can't reveal the name of the movie because it's going to be a spoiler. And I was like, oh, well, that probably means that the only thing that made sense to me was that it had to be the name of a comic line that would kind of imply what was going to happen,
Right.
or like where everybody went when they got dissolved, which is why Secret Wars stood out to me.
Right.
They went to Battle World, or Annihilation made a lot of sense to me. Like maybe another alien invasion happens because half the universe is gone, so it's a perfect time for some outside force to come in. And Annihilation was the one that a lot of people were banking on, but
You were banking on
Endgame is
Secret
just
Wars.
boring.
I know. Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. It'll still probably be
It's
a
just
fun
a title,
movie.
so
Like,
whatever. Like they might as well have just called it Avengers, the fourth one, and everybody would see it anyway.
It's true.
Avengers,
matter.
we could not afford that entire cast again.
Ford.
Like, that is, like, we literally had
Yes.
to wipe out half the cast.
Four Avengers. They make the four the A.
Yeah.
Four,
I like-
yes, because they love to do that shit.
The last one wasn't of AV3NG3RS though. I don't even know how you'd pronounce that.
I'm just
I'm
glad
about
we've
to try.
Avengers.
gotten away from it. I mean, I think after Fan
There was
4
something
Stick,
that was coming out.
like
Oh, yeah,
everyone,
that.
yeah, everyone
That
made
wasn't
so much fun of it.
Which
that
one?
Fan 4 Stick.
Oh yeah. That was
Uh,
like 3 years ago, going on 4. It was 2015.
I thought it was 27. I thought it was last year.
Fant 4 stick?
No. yeah,
Definitely not.
That was
last year.
At
2015.
least 16.
2016.
Yeah,
No,
that was-
no, it is 2015. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's right. The 4 was in the name. Nobody remembers.
Yep.
Nobody
Yeah.
cares. I don't remember it. Nobody wants to remember that movie.
That movie had the saddest thing about that movie. Just brief tangent. But the people who were starring as the Fantastic Four, they were walking around Comic-Con, or they were about to, and they were so worried that people were just gonna like swamp them because they're gonna be the Fantastic Four members. Not a single person stopped them for an autograph or anything.
That's kind of sad.
But
It's
now
not their
Michael B.
fault.
Jordan's
No,
doing
it's
a
not.
lot of really great stuff, like Genlock, coming in January.
Exactly. He's moved on to much greater things. Very quickly, too.
Yeah.
I think they all have.
Creed
if
2
I'm not
just came out.
mistaken.
It's fucking awesome.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it was pretty
see
good.
I really want to go see Creed 2. I loved Creed 1. It was really, really
Creed
one
2,
is-
Creed harder.
Creed 1 was such a huge surprise for me. I was expecting it to be good, but like, the thing was gold.
Yes.
So good.
If 3, they get someone to try and assassinate him, could it be called Assassin's Creed?
CR3 3D.
Yes.
No, it's CR3 ED. When if you've seen it 3D, that's when it's CR3 3D.
I like it.
Get it?
Well,
Nick, your talents are
bringing
wasted
it
here.
back to Avengers, it's funny you mentioned Fantastic Four because there is a comic called Endgame that has to do with Thanos. There's a lot of comics called Endgame because it's
Yeah.
an easy title to throw on stuff. But
Ben's just hating on
I
this
don't
so
like
bad.
the title, but whatever. Again, it doesn't matter. There's a Thanos issue called Endgame where he fights Galactus. So
They can do that now.
They
Interesting.
technically have a deal with Fox. So maybe we'll see a little Fantastic Four action somewhere. Who knows?
Which Fantastic Four? Do you think they'd recast it, or do you think
they
they'd
would
go
do the
back to Fan 4 Stick?
No,
They would recast
They
it.
do
They
the
would recast
same
it,
thing
yeah,
they did
yeah.
with Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I
I don't
bet
know. Michael B. Jordan's real hot right now.
I feel like
You,
what
They
what-
bring just him.
Just him back.
he was just
Everybody else is
he was
different.
Killmonger though. He was just in a
yeah.
Marvel movie
yeah.
That would be
as one of the
awkward.
best.
But now
bad
he's
guys.
always on fire. It's always flame on.
Well, then you don't even need him really. Like
That's true. BCG.
yeah,
You just
you just
voice it.
It's
Yeah.
just his voice.
I'm wondering though, after Thanos wipes out like half the population, like how cheap are houses? You got to get a real good deal. Like unemployment's got to
There's
be
a lot of
pretty much
foreclosures
gone.
going on.
Yeah.
A lot of abandoned
Like-
places.
I still
gotta be pretty
kinda,
easy
I
to get a
get
job.
his point, you know. Like I'm just saying, like
Sam's been in the market for a house for the last couple of years.
they're so fucking expensive. Stop breeding and buying houses.
If
Please.
only half of us were just
Impossible.
gone,
Yeah.
you could get a house.
God. Fucking hey. It's just so expensive.
Especially in Austin.
Yeah, or move elsewhere.
You just want people to move away from Austin so you can buy an affordable house.
Yes, I don't even want really like I don't even want a lot, like just something I can afford. The only thing I can afford is like I can go urban camping. That's like what I got. Like that's where I'm at.
Man.
Well, I'm glad Thanos is on your side.
Yeah, I would like to have more than a large tent.
So long as you are not one of the 50% wiped out.
Shit, man, I'll take that gamble. 50% house, 50% gone, whatever. Like,
Well, speaking of something you can afford, let me tell you about Hims. So here's the deal. When it comes to taking care of your body, it can be easy to ignore things as opposed to going to the doctor. Maybe you're embarrassed or you think that there's no solution to your problem. Well, today I want to tell you about forhims.com, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. Specifically, today we're going to talk about hair loss. This was a fact that blew my mind, but 66% of men start losing their hair by age 35. Hims wants to help. They offer medical-grade solutions with real doctors, and they offer well-known generic equivalents to name-brand prescriptions to help you keep your hair. I've talked about this on the podcast a few times, but I had an opportunity to hop on with the creators of Hims, and it's really cool, like, where their motivation comes from, because, like I just mentioned, like, a lot of people do. Like, you know, when there's stuff going on with your body or whatever, sometimes you can feel like you're alone, or that, like, you know, it's embarrassing. And so it can be a lot easier to do this from the comfort of your home, and that's a big motivation for why they started this company. There's no waiting room, so you save time, and you get to talk to a real doctor from the comfort of your own home. You'll be connected with a certified doctor online, and after a few quick questions and review by doctor, and if everything seems in line for the treatment that they can offer, then they can prescribe you, and it's delivered directly to your door. As a Death Battle Cast viewer, you can get a trial month of everything you need to keep your hair for just $5 right now while supplies last. You can see their website for full details, but just head to forhims.com/cast. That's forhims.com/cast. forhims/cast. Thanks, Hims.
All right, now it's time for the community death battle. So last week, we decided on Spike Spiegel, because Cowboy Bebop is coming to Netflix in live action format, versus John Wick, because John Wick is just fucking awesome.
I was about to say that if you didn't, and you nailed it. Good job.
Yeah. And as always with the community death battle, we reach out to you guys to find out who should win such a match, and then we discuss it here.
Who should win such a match?
Using the hashtag DeathBattleCast on the Twitter.
Good God. Just really went with it.
So for Spike, we got a tweet from Douglas Kyle, and he says, Spike wins without a doubt. He can pull off ridiculous shots, survive a 2-story fall out a church window after being shot and stabbed by a sword. And also his Bruce Lee-inspired fighting style destroys anything John can do up close any day. John is gonna feel the real folk blues.
Nice.
All right, that's good, that's good.
Oh, look, we've got footage for stuff now.
Hey.
That's awesome.
Now we gotta analyze it. Hang on.
He's
Gerardo,
looking like
Gerardo,
a
was that you or was that broadcast?
right now.
Good job,
How
Gerardo.
fast does his punch move?
God,
Why are
kick
we
his ass.
why are we analyzing him by
Are
showing
we
him
looking
suck?
at 60 FPS anime right now?
Listen.
What is this?
This is Cowboy Bebop.
It's
man.
showing how fast he can
From-
fight, you know?
I guess we're not going to say that.
Listen,
good sight,
footage
okay.
choice could have maybe been a little bit better, but I want to give mad props to Gerardo for taking the show to the next level. Like, good job.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Interesting.
we also have an answer for John Wick from Ragnalogia.
Ragnolia. Ragnologia.
Ragnalogia.
Ragnologia.
At currently
Ragnologia.
having insomnia. I hope you got some sleep. Good luck.
Yeah. Anyway.
Allow us to put your
lots
concerns
of us
to
are
rest
having
here.
insomnia. So John Wick, hands down, he's considered the best assassin in the criminal underground. He's nearly taken out the Russian mafia in his city just for killing his dog. And not only the Russian mafia, but the Italians in the sequel. That's right, he went all over the place.
When you say it like that, it sounds like a hate crime, man.
Well,
I mean,
no.
He's nearly also
dog.
taking out the Italians. And you're just like,
Oh, yeah,
all
when
the
you say it
Italians.
that
Yeah, I know,
way,
it's like-
yeah.
he just killed all the
He
Italians.
killed a guy with a pencil. Who can even do that?
Joker.
Got
Got it before you.
Wait, actually, we don't know if it's the guy.
Someone broadcasted
he
Joker
did.
right behind me.
In the second one. Like, in the beginning,
He hits the guy down, and then he falls down, and then we never see him again. Doesn't mean he's dead.
you're talking about the Joker.
Oh, he's dead.
Are you talking about the Joker or...
What
Joker.
about the Joker?
I'm not talking about Joker. I know.
You said
We were
who can
just
even kill
talking
someone with
about
a
Joker.
pencil, and then I immediately
Because
said
I'm
Joker.
quoting John Wick 2. That's what one of the bad guys at the beginning says.
Oh, yeah,
he's
that's
like
right.
telling the horror stories that he's heard about
Well, the
John Wick.
other guy should have said Joker.
Yeah,
and he would be right.
He should have, but thematically would be inappropriate.
Yeah,
So who do you guys think
Anyway,
wins?
I think, John Wick is based very firmly in reality, and Spike isn't, and he has a little bit of anime strength, and he can do dope flips and stuff like that.
dope flips. Right.
Andy's from the future,
Where everyone is just better. And
where, well, some gadgets are, certainly. So I'm saying Spike.
I'm gonna say Spike just because he's an anime character.
I'm gonna say
He's probably
John
got
Wick.
more feats out there.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say John Wick, because he is an absolute threat all the time. Spike Spiegel, I'm not trying to like downplay all of his strengths and stuff, but like he gets tossed around. He gets manhandled quite a bit, like in the clip that we saw a minute ago. That
Also-
doesn't happen to John Wick.
Also, John Wick's really good at gun kata.
Yes.
Like taking a gun out of someone and like disarming it or taking it apart. You know, like ooh,
Yeah.
that would hurt Spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I'm
really
gonna stick with Spike though. I'm sticking.
And I do hear what you're saying, and I think I might agree with you that John would just have not necessarily more at his disposal in terms of what he can do with his body. As weird as that sounds, like I know
Yeah.
you're talking about like anime flips and stuff, but John Wick is deadly in any way, shape, or form that you put him in. You just drop him in a field with nothing but his underwear, and he can kill people.
John Wick is no fluff. He's all murder.
No fluff, all murder.
Yeah, and I don't know if Spike necessarily fits the same description per se.
He's a little bit more of a, just have fun while you're doing it kind of a guy.
Fun while you're killing people. Have fun, murder. Have fun while you're doing it.
I mean, if you don't like your job,
I mean,
what do you do?
There's a difference between a bounty hunter and an assassin. Like an assassin is better at killing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just kind of part of it.
That's
I bet.
true.
But I bet either way, this one's probably going to be hella close when it comes to the vote. Like just because of the characters and stuff.
Sure.
But yeah.
John Wick also has the bulletproof vest, or at least he did on that one mission in John Wick 2.
Spike's a good shot. He can do it with the face. I'm pretty sure like people they know better. Like aim for the face.
It's the Dumb and Dumber line. But what if he shot you in the face?
This is kind of a tricky matchup because prep time kind of has to be taken into account when you think about it. Like if you just drop them into a fight and give them guns, then they're not really at their best per se. Preparation
don't we
is part
give
of
them-
what they do.
I think
yeah.
if we drop
It's a gray area
I know what
because
you're
like
saying.
Batman that's part of what he does, but he also has like Batman is prepared to go into situations without prep time. Like he has tons of shit. But these guys like
I figured we'd give them each a pistol.
yeah.
You know, give them each like
And
a
I mean,
1911
point is,
and
like,
then let them fight.
Look at John Wick when he doesn't prepare, has 3 shitty gangsters break into his house, knock him out, and kill his dog. Like, you could make that as a argument easily. Like, yeah, when he's prepared and he knows he's going to kill people, he does a bunch of dunks, sure. But like,
Well, there's
3
three
shitty
They both know that they're
gangsters
gonna
killed him.
fight.
well, that's why I'm saying like
Yeah.
In Death
But that's
Battle, we
you
also
almost got to
without
handicap
preparation.
John Wick if you're just dropping him in the fight because that's not what he tends to do.
Yeah, it'd be like if you decided to have Iron Man fight Batman and you drop them both in the battlefield naked. Like, you gotta give them both their basic stuff.
Yeah.
Ever want to picture that again? Ever?
Well, that's why I'm saying this is a weird situation where prep time is suddenly like more a part of their arsenal than any other battle we've ever talked about.
I think on the average, though, I think John Wick would probably take this one.
Okay.
You could have said no armor, no weapons.
Naked.
You had to stick with naked.
Yeah.
So they both drop into an arena, flat out
Thongs
naked.
flying everywhere.
Yeah. Who wins? John
Nobody
Wick.
wants to
I'm on
fight a
John
naked
Wick.
person.
Spike,
I said
Spike,
Spike.
Shit.
John,
So we got a tie.
Lit, vote.
You voted
Comes
John?
down
I'm
to
excited to see
the
this
vote.
vote.
Let's go ahead and bring up the Twitter poll that you guys voted on.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Yeah, see, I tell
Good
you,
old
it is
John.
close. It is close. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Damn, that's awesome.
Let's do it.
You just want to do this?
I want to do it because like it's getting assets for John Wick will be interesting. But
Two movies.
Getting them,
Both of
they're
them.
gonna be.
Really?
Wait, there might be. I want to say there's like a comic series for John Wick. I might be wrong on that though. There's a tie-in
know,
comic series for a lot of
If
things.
we
I was talking
had,
about like sprites or 3D models or whatever we're gonna do.
Yeah, those don't exist.
if we had somebody who
Keanu
could draw
Reeves.
it,
or you can get
That's one that I'd. Oh shit! It'd be weird, but like after the Netflix live action one comes out, if it's good, then we can just call up Danny and be like,
yeah. I was about to say,
Yo.
Tomahawk on
Another live
live
action.
action, or a fucking like Roger Rabbit thing with anime live action going at it.
Oh, that'd be weird.
It'd be crazy. But that'd be fun to try, but I don't know if it would really turn out so great. But anyway, thank you guys for voting on that poll. This does seem like an awesome match that warrants even more discussion. So
we don't
let
get
us
a
know if you've got any other arguments for John Wick or Spike Spiegel. Because I'd love to read them. I'd love to hear about those.
Maybe one of the most unique matchups we've ever done. We never do like just like live action movie characters. So like doing that versus an anime character, we've never had a fight like that.
They're a lot trickier to figure out the
Yeah.
winner than, just a character who's strong enough to lift rocks versus a character who's strong enough to
yeah,
pull-
you'd have to. We'd have to
like-
look into it quite a bit and make sure Spike never did anything like insane.
Yeah.
Because I could see a point where like he has to get out of like I guess it's only like 32 episodes, right? Pretty short.
Yeah,
Like,
but there could be
if
something
he-
that we're
if
forgetting,
he,
like
yeah.
lives in space for like
Right, that's
Pushes-
exactly what I was
he
thinking.
just pushes a spaceship out of the way to like get somewhere or something like that's like okay, now we have something where it's like thousands and thousands of pounds and all of a sudden he's insane, like kind of thing. So yeah, you need to make sure because John Wick definitely doesn't do anything that wild. It's never
Right.
like he picks up a car or some shit, like so.
Yeah. Yeah. And next week, we have a community death battle as requested by James Holt. This is one that I've seen requested as an actual death battle a lot. So I'm curious to see what you guys think of it. Thor versus Vegeta.
Oh,
I saw that suggestion. I was
that's
like,
interesting.
At first I was like, that's weird, and then
I did the same thing.
Battle of the
Actually-
Princes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
Well.
So could be kind of cool. I'm curious.
of
'Cause
Asgard,
I
Prince of Saiyans.
would kind of like to see this match. We've just had Thor twice in a death battle, so I don't know if we'd actually do it.
Thor real
but-
strong.
Yeah, and Thor's
Real
crazy.
strong.
So
Yeah, and like you'd have to like instantly kill him. You have to like kill him, not just like blow all of his body off of him, because like that's happened before and he comes back really quick. Like you can't really do that. So
yeah, so two very, very powerful characters, Thor and Vegeta. Let us know who you think should win using hashtag DeathBattleCast. And then next week, we will have a poll on the Screw Attack Twitter that you can vote on, and we can find out who wins in the next Death Battle Cast.
Ben, one question for it. Since Thor, has regeneration, does Vegeta have a sensu bean on him?
Vegeta's probably too proud to use a senzu
Vegeta
bean,
doesn't
except
really
for
sensu.
like very dire
Has
situations.
Vegeta ever carried a sensu bean?
I don't think so.
No, he's never carried
No,
one.
it's always been
He
given.
begrudgingly
Yeah.
took one.
Yeah.
I
After
think that'd
Cell,
be kind
I
of cheating.
think.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that'd be kind of cheating. And I mean, he's a Super Saiyan. He's got regenerative
But
abilities to some
does he have a good reason for fight? Oh yeah, beating him. Yeah. Okay. No, he's good. He's good. Yeah. He's
Does
good.
he have good reason for fight?
Well, like I mean,
to be better.
That's how
Yeah.
he. That's why he always does some new shit. Is because he's got some reason. Whether it be like, oh, there's Saiyans in another universe. No, I'll fight for them. Like, So yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for another Death Battle Cast. If you're first members, we've got Sudden Death coming up tomorrow if you're watching this live. And we really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next week.
We have new merch. You should go buy
No,
it.
not next week.
Yeah.
Sorry, week after. Oh, that means that this one is going to be 2 weeks. This Community Death Battle is a 2-week one.
Geez.
Oh, shit.
2 weeks.
So that just means you have
no.
lots of time to come up with your answer and figure out who should win.
Like these new hoodies and beanie? Check it out. You can go buy them.
Buy him now.
Store it at
Store.
roosterteeth.com. They just went up today.
Yeah.
They're really cool. I'm really happy about it.
Anything
Oh, we
else we wanna-
totally forgot to plug those.
Mad
No, that's
buddy.
fine.
Mad
Dude, I have not
Whatever.
taken this beanie. Like, I've worn it every
I've been
single
wearing mine
day.
like crazy. Yeah.
Gross.
Until,
kidding.
or since the sample
That's
came
why
in.
you smell.
Yes. Way to really sell our merch.
You too can smell good.
Let's leave
If you
before
wear
it gets
this.
worse.
I do love it so
Bye.
Thank you, guys.